Hey, Dividend Dreamers! Today I'm super excited to go over my first official monthly update where I show you exactly what happened in terms of passive dividend stock income for the month. I'm going to show you each stock, what they paid out, week by week totals, and the grand total for November. Now, as a reminder, why am I doing this at all? It's not to flex because I can do that in everyday life in my BMW or my power suit or mansion or drinking champagne in my hot tub or whatever. No, definitely, this is not to flex. But seriously, I'm here because I hope to inspire just one person, and that person is you. I wish I knew how all this worked years ago because if I did, I'd be much farther along and in an even better situation. I wish someone, really anyone, had pulled me aside and told me about investment strategies so I could get the compounding ball rolling much earlier. But no one did, and I learned on my own. So I hope this helps give you ideas around what you'd like to do in order to gain financial freedom for yourself. Okay, let's dig in. Okay, here we are in my monthly update sheet, and the question is, what is the total that was paid out in the month of November, which just ended yesterday? So what I'm going to do is go day by day, week by week, and just give you a sense of what paid out. So starting at the very beginning, 1st of November, we had a Bristol Myers Squibb, a little bit of a position here that I just started, followed by Canadian Imperial, which is a Canadian bank. We've got a little bit of General Mills here, JP Morgan Chase, a couple of positions there. SJR, which is kind of a little favorite of mine. It's a monthly payer. It's a telecom company in Canada. Been very stable. Actually had quite a big bump up in terms of the stock price a few months ago. So very happy with that. But just love this little one here. And then we have the big payouts here for November, which is AT&T. You can see $492 there, $87 and $753. The reason why I have multiple listings here is that I actually hold the position, wherever you see that, I actually hold that position in different accounts. So let's say an IRA or a 401k or a taxable account. So I just hold them in different places, so that's why you see them in multiple lines here with different payouts. So great payout here in terms of AT&T. I am a long holder of AT&T. I know that it's been down recently and that we are going to have a dividend cut in 2022. But I'm going to hang on to it and kind of see where they take the company. I think the moves that they're making are the right ones. So I'm going to hang on and see what happens in the next decade. So then we have UVV, which is a tobacco supplier, leaf supplier. I'm kind of on the fence on this one. I'm going to hang on to it for a little bit longer. Big yield here, but still a little bit on the fence with UVV. And then we have a Vanguard product here, which is essentially a tax-free product. So that one actually sits in my taxable account, followed by Verizon. So we've got some nice payouts there. And that's a relatively new position as well for me. Recently, when it went all the way down in terms of stock price, I picked up a whole bunch. So I'm going to be hanging on to that one for a little while too as they start to crank out 5G and move into the next phase of their growth. Okay, so moving on, finishing out week one, we've got Lowe's that paid out $28.98. We've got a bond yield bond ETF that paid out just a little bit here. EBF that makes labels and paper products. And then PFXF, which is a preferred stock ETF. In week two, kicked off the week with Clorox. I just started that position So very small position here when the price tanked. So I picked up just a little bit there, so it paid me $5.80. I have a couple of payouts from Apple, $15.70 and $3.30. As you know, that yield is pretty low, so not too much there, but more of a growth stock. And then a couple of nice payouts from CFG, which is a bank and financial services company. And then a very small position here on a global super fund, SPFF. So week 2, not so much paid out, but moving into week 3, this is where the bigger payouts come in again. We kicked it off with AbbVie. I've got several positions across different accounts here, $203. 175 and 67 for AbbVie. And then we have kind of the sister company here with Abbott Labs. You may be taking COVID tests and things like that from Abbott Labs, a great company up in Chicago. Just fantastic business model there. Morgan Stanley, $10.61. That was I got those shares because I had Eaton Vance that they actually merged with and bought. So Morgan Stanley wasn't one that I had necessarily bought, but I got those shares with that deal that they had, and it's actually been a pretty good stock, I must say. And then moving right along, we've got one of my favorite REIT stocks. I've got 3 positions here: $99.55, $98.70, and $24.83. The next one is OHI, where they specialize in healthcare properties. This one I'm also on the fence with. I'm going to kind of reevaluate how I feel about this position. But for now, good yield and $20.87. And then we've got a small regional bank, PBCT, at $17.47, $24 and change from Procter & Gamble. Stag, one of my little favorites. It's an industrial commercial REIT, paying me $34 and some change there. Texas Instruments, I am very bullish on semiconductor and chip makers, so I've got a couple of positions here at Texas Instruments, $57.88 and $11.50 there. Another one of Stag, $18.29, and another one of Texas Instruments at $6.91. Okay, let's finish out week 3. We've got BTI at $75.78, Caterpillar at $15.67, a couple of small positions with some Eaton Vance ETFs, and then Sunoco at $259.18. Rolling into week 4, basically I had one stock payout, and that was Starbucks. And this kind of cracks me up because the grand total of what they pay is about $45 to me. And so, as I think about that, $45 over the course of 3 months is, let's do that. 45 divided by 3, it's about $15. And if you do the math further, $15 divided by 4 weeks is $3.75. So a grande latte, average grande latte, is $3.65. So what I figure here is that Starbucks is paying me to have one free grande latte every single week for the entire year. I just love that. I just love that. All right. So that's Starbucks, and that was week 4. And then finally, week 5, we really only had like 3 days in the final week. So we had Janus, which is a British financial services company. We've got Royal Bank of Canada. Again, we've got SJR, it pays monthly. Just happened to see the beginning of the month and the end of the month here. We have APAM, which is another financial services company. BlackRock. These two right here are bond ETFs. So just a little bit of ballast for all of my other dividend stocks. And then we've got Good, which is a REIT, $50, $16, and $1.56, just three different accounts holding that position. We've got PGX, which is another preferred ETF, preferred stock ETF, a tax-free instrument here with RMI. That's held in my taxable account, and then a couple of broad index funds here. So that is all of the detail on what paid out in November. And what I'd like to show you now is how that looks week by week, what the totals are. So the resulting totals are for week 1, 1857.14, and the heaviest day was the first of the month. And then for week 2, it was only $209.89 only. It's free money. So all good there. And then week 3, $1,241.54. The bigger day there was the 15th. The week 4, this is that, Starbucks payment to me. Thanks, Starbucks. $45.23. And then the final week was $397.10, with the biggest day being the 30th. And that's typically what happens with dividend stocks. You typically get, those bigger payouts on the 1st, and then sometime in the middle of the month, usually the 15th, and then the end of the month. That's typically how the payouts work. And so to answer that final question, what is the total for the November 2021 passive income? Well, I've got the answer kind of hidden away right in here. And the answer is $3,750.90. So that is my total passive income for November 2021, ending yesterday. And what I'm going to do every month is just give you an update and show you how that changes over time. So for example, last month, my passive income stream was $4,603.25. We've answered the question for November, which is $3,750.90. And then we'll answer the question for December and add up the total for Q4. What's interesting is, as you know now, right, the dividends, they come in every 3 months. So the change between October and January should be substantial, because I've actually optimized my portfolio over the last couple of months. So I'm super excited for both December and January, just to kind of show you what a monster month, especially January, is going to be. I hope you enjoyed that monthly reveal. If you did, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below on your total dividend passive income stream for November, or suggestions of stocks that pay out in November that you have in your portfolio. I'd love to hear about it. Now, I do also have some growth stocks and real-life real estate investments that I don't cover here, and maybe I will at some point later. But I'm here to tell you that there's really nothing like the value that dividend stocks provide in terms of truly passive income. There's no unforeseen expenses. You can count on that regular check coming your way, and as long as you stay under the tax limits, it's potentially tax-free. What other investment can claim this? Even Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have a tax impact. And if you want an intro about dividend stocks and taxes, see my Dividend Investing 101 video. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more regular videos on how to make passive income with dividends. It could change your life like it did mine. And I'd love to meet you virtually. If you subscribe, leave a comment below saying I subscribed so that I can thank you personally. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so keep in mind these videos are for entertainment and inspiration only. I'll see you on the flip side.